Good morning, students. Today we will continue our lecture on p block elements. This is the lecture number 5 presented by me, Vanit Ghatak, your chemistry teacher. So, let's begin. Today we will start, that is group number 17. We have already started the p block elements that consist of group number 13 to group number 18. Okay, that is from here to there. In class 11 we have already learned group number 13 and group number 14. So in class 12 we have only group number 15, 16, 17 and 18. In the last day, in the previous day, we have been already finished. We have finished the group number 16. Okay. So today we will start learning the group number 17. Okay. So in group number 17, what we have? The group number 17 also called as halogens. Okay. So this halogen group has 5 elements. Okay, mainly these 5 elements are from top to bottom, that is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. Although this astatine is radioactive in nature. Okay, so this astatine is a radioactive element. Although the previous four elements, that is fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine, are not radioactive, they are normal. Okay, and what happened, I have given you a trick by which you can easily determine the valency as well as the number of valence electron and the electron configuration of any group or any elements present in a group. Okay, so here the group number is 17. Okay, so the last digit is 7. So the last digit is 7. So number of valence electron should be 7. Okay, so what is the valency? Valency should be 8 minus 7, that makes 1. Okay, so what should the valency? The valency of halogens should be 1, and the number of valence electron will be 7. So in case of halogen, the oxidation state generally tends to -1 to +1. Okay, the oxidation state generally occurs for halogen is -1 to +1. Okay, and however, as we know, there is a number of valence electron is 7. So this 7 electron will be occupied by Ns and Np. Okay, Ns and Np. Okay, so what happened? We know there are 7 number of valence electrons 7. Only 2 electrons can be occupied by S, that is Ns orbital can occupy 2 electrons. So the remaining electrons are number of remaining electrons is 5. So this 5 electron will occupied by the Np orbitals. Okay, so the valence electron configuration of these elements of group 17 elements should be Ns2 Np5. Okay, so how can we get that? We can get that by knowing the elements present in which number of group. In group number 17, the last digit is 7, so the number of valence electron will be 7, and the valency would be 8 minus 7, that is 1. So the oxidation state should be -1 and +1. Okay, and on this 7 valence electron will be present in Ns and Np orbitals. Okay, we know only 2 electrons can be occupied by Ns orbitals. So Ns orbital will occupy 2 electrons, that is Ns2, and remaining number of electrons are 7 minus 2, that is 5, and these 5 electrons will be occupied by Np. So the electron configuration will be Ns2 Np5. Okay, so we have already know that the electronegativity of element is inversely proportional to the radius or size. Okay, as we go from top to bottom, what happens? Top to bottom, that is from fluorine to astatine, what happens? Thus radius increases. On going from top to bottom, radius increases. As the radius increases on going from top to bottom, the electronegativity will decrease. Okay, so on going from top to bottom, radius increases. Okay, due to increase of radius, what happened? As electronegativity is inversely proportional to radius, negativity will decrease. That is why when we go from top to bottom, that is fluorine to astatine or iodine, we will look a decrease in electronegativity values. Okay, so fluorine has 4, chlorine has 3.2, bromine has 3, iodine has 2.7, and astatine has 2.2. So on going down the group, we will notice that the electronegativity values will decreased, because as we go down the group, the radius of the elements will increase. As the radius is inversely proportional to electronegativity, so electronegativity will decrease. As increase of the radius, the electronegativity will decrease. Okay. And here it is very much important to know that group 17 elements are mainly non-metals. Okay. So non-metals do mainly covalent bond. Okay, mainly covalent bonds. Okay, so covalent bonds are mainly depend on the overlap. Higher the overlap, greater will be the covalency. And if the covalency is higher, then bond strength is higher. If the bond strength is higher, then boiling point or melting point will be higher, because we will need more amount of energy to boil or melt the element. Okay, melt it. Okay, so non-metals are mainly do what? Covalent bonds, and covalent bonds are dependent on the overlap region. Higher the overlap, you can call that higher the overlap, greater will be the higher the overlap, or greater will be the stability. If the greater will be the stability, so we will need more amount of energy to melt or boil it. So melting point and boiling point will also increase. Okay, so higher the overlap, greater will be the stability, and melting point or boiling point will also increase. Okay. So what happened in case of overlap, in case of covalency, what happened? We need to overlap. Okay, so these elements need to be overlapped. Okay, so when on going from top to bottom, if suppose this is the size of fluorine. Okay, in case of fluorine, this is 2 fluorines, but there is no overlap. Okay, because there is big distance are separated. They are separated by a gate distance. Okay, so right now, suppose this is chlorine, it is slightly larger than fluorine. Okay, although their relative positions are same, but the distance is less between the 2 fluorines. But here, in case of bromine, there on going down the group, the size increases. That is how, although the relative positions are same, all the relative positions are same, but due to increase in the size, there is a overlap between the 2 bromine atoms. As we go by this picture, graphical picture, what I mean to say, when we go down the group, radius of size increases. As the radius of size increases, overlap also increases. As the overlap increases, the stability increases. Due to the increase of the stability, boiling point and melting point increases. Okay, so when we go down the group, what happens? Radius increases. When we go down the group, radius increases. Due to increase in radius, the overlap region increases, because there is no overlap. Okay, but in case of fluorine, there is no overlap, but in case of bromine and iodine, there is overlap. This is a pictographic image, okay, to show you how the overlap or how the overlapping regions increases. This is not the actual picture. Okay, I have given this picture just to show you what happens. Okay, to give you a pictographic memory. Okay, so when we go down the group, the radius increases. That is why when the increase in the radius, the overlap increases. As the overlap increases, stability also increases. As stability increases, we need greater amount of thermal energy to melt it or boil it. That is, we need more temperature. Okay, that is why we need the boiling point and the melting point will be greater when we go down the group. Okay, this concept is clearly visible by this data as well. Given data as well. Okay, when we look at this data, we can easily prove this concept as well. Okay, so we have discussed the characteristics as well as the properties of group 70 elements. Okay, so that's it for today. If you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime. Thank you very much.